As we journey through life, the choices we make shape not just our present, but also the twilight years that lie ahead. For many older adults, these years should be a time of fulfillment, reflection, and joy, savoring the fruits of a life well lived. Yet, some seemingly small missteps can quietly erode this vision, leading to loneliness, financial strain, or health challenges that could have been avoided. In this in-depth exploration, we'll delve into 5 critical mistakes that people often make as they age, mistakes that can subtly undermine their happiness and well-being. These pitfalls are deceptive, creeping in so gradually that their impact often goes unnoticed until it's significant. But here's the hope. By understanding these mistakes, reflecting on their emotional weight, and taking proactive steps, you can rewrite the story of your later years. This isn't just about avoiding regret. It's about crafting a life filled with purpose, connection, and vitality. Let's dive into these 5 mistakes, uncover why they happen, and discover how to steer clear of them, ensuring your golden years are truly golden. Mistake 1. Neglecting physical health, the silent thief of vitality. As we age, it's easy to dismiss physical health as something that naturally fades. The morning walk gets skipped because the knees ache slightly. A quick fast food meal replaces a home-cooked one because it's easier. These choices feel harmless in the moment, but over time, they chip away at the foundation of a vibrant life. The emotional toll of neglecting physical health is profound. Imagine the heartbreak of no longer being able to play with your grandchildren, climb the stairs in your home, or enjoy a simple stroll through the park. This isn't just about losing mobility, it's about losing the freedom to live life on your terms. Why it happens? The decline often starts subtly. Many older adults assume that fatigue, stiffness, or reduced energy are inevitable parts of aging. But science paints a different picture. A 2018 study in the Lancet Public Health found that physical inactivity is a leading cause of age-related decline, contributing to muscle loss, sarcopenia, poor balance, and chronic conditions like heart disease and diabetes. The body is like a machine that thrives on movement. Without it, muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and energy wanes. Over time, simple tasks like getting up from a chair or carrying groceries become daunting, and the risk of falls, a leading cause of injury in seniors, skyrockets. According to the CDC, falls cause over 3 million emergency room visits annually among older adults, often leading to fractures or head injuries that drastically alter quality of life. Diet is another critical piece of the puzzle. As we age, our bodies need more of certain nutrients: protein to preserve muscle mass, calcium and vitamin D for bone health, and fiber for digestion. Yet, many seniors turn to processed foods or skip meals altogether, thinking they need less fuel. A 2020 study in the Journal of Nutrition revealed that inadequate protein intake is linked to frailty, increasing the risk of falls and disability. Meanwhile, neglecting regular health checkups allows silent threats like high blood pressure or early osteoporosis to go undetected. A 2019 CDC report emphasized that routine screenings can catch these issues early, preventing complications that might otherwise steal years of independence. A story of regret and redemption. Consider Margaret, a 74-year-old grandmother who loved tending her flower garden. Over time, she stopped her daily walks, blaming creaky joints and a busy schedule. Months later, she noticed she couldn't kneel to plant flowers without pain, and standing for long periods left her winded. A fall in her kitchen, caused by weakened muscles and poor balance, landed her in the hospital with a fractured hip. The recovery was grueling, and Margaret often lay awake, wishing she'd stayed active. But her story doesn't end there. With determination, she started physical therapy, began short walks, and added strength exercises with light weights. Slowly, she regained enough strength to garden again, feeling the joy of dirt under her fingers and the pride of reclaiming her independence. Margaret's journey reminds us that it's never too late to act, but it also underscores the pain of letting health slip away. How to avoid this mistake? The good news is that small, intentional changes can transform your health trajectory. Start with movement. Even 15 to 20 minutes of daily walking can improve mobility and mood, according to a 2021 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity. Strength training, like using resistance bands or bodyweight exercises, preserves muscle mass and reduces fall risk. Nutrition matters just as much. Prioritize whole foods like lean proteins, fruits, and vegetables. A simple swap, like replacing sugary snacks with Greek yogurt or nuts, can boost energy and support muscle health. Finally, make routine checkups non-negotiable. Blood pressure, cholesterol, and bone density screenings can catch problems before they escalate. These steps aren't about defying age, they're about ensuring you can keep doing what you love, whether it's dancing, gardening, or chasing after grandkids. Your body is your lifelong home. Treat it with care, and it will carry you far. Mistake 2. Withdrawing from social connections, the heartbreak of loneliness. There's a quiet ache that comes with loneliness, a feeling that can settle into the bones of even the strongest among us. As we age, it's tempting to pull back from social connections. Maybe you skip a family gathering, stop calling old friends, or assume others are too busy for you. At first, it feels like a small choice, but over time, isolation can cast a shadow over your emotional and physical health. The human heart thrives on connection, and without it, life can feel empty, purposeless, and heavy. Why it happens? Life changes as we age. Retirement, children moving away, or the loss of loved ones can make the world feel smaller. Many seniors withdraw because they don't want to bother others or feel they have little to offer. But the consequences are stark. A 2015 study in Perspectives on Psychological Science found that social isolation is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing risks of depression, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Loneliness doesn't just hurt emotionally, it weakens the immune system and raises the likelihood of dementia, according to a 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology. The brain needs stimulation from conversations, shared laughter, and emotional bonds to stay sharp. Without these, memory fades and the spark of life dims. A story of reconnection. Picture Dorothy, a 76-year-old widow who once hosted lively dinner parties. After her husband passed, she stopped inviting friends over, convinced they were too busy with their own lives. Days turned into weeks of solitude, with only the TV for company. She felt her spirit dim, her memory falter, and her energy drain. One day, a neighbor invited her to a book club. Hesitant but curious, Dorothy went. The lively discussions and new faces rekindled something in her. She laughed, shared stories, and felt alive again. She started calling old friends, hosting coffee mornings, and even learned to use video calls to chat with her grandchildren. Dorothy's world grew brighter, and she realized how much she'd missed the warmth of connection. Her story is a reminder that loneliness isn't inevitable, it's a choice we can change. How to avoid this mistake? Rebuilding connections doesn't require a grand gesture. Start small. Call a friend, join a local club, or volunteer at a community center. A 2021 study in the Gerontologist showed that seniors who engaged in group activities reported lower loneliness and better mental health. Don't rely solely on family. Build a diverse network of friends, neighbors, or peers to share life's ups and downs. Technology can be a lifeline, especially for those with mobility challenges. Learning to use video calls or social media isn't about keeping up with trends, it's about staying tethered to the people who matter. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that seniors who used digital tools to connect had sharper cognitive function. If technology feels daunting, ask a family member or take a class at a local library. The goal isn't a crowded calendar, but meaningful moments, laughter with a friend, a shared story, or the warmth of feeling seen. Your heart deserves that connection, and it's never too late to reach out. Mistake 3. Resisting change, the trap of staying stuck. Change can feel like an unwelcome guest as we age. After decades of living a certain way, it's natural to cling to familiar habits, resist new technology, or dismiss modern advice. But refusing to adapt doesn't stop the world from moving forward. It only makes life more isolating and frustrating. Imagine the sting of missing out on family group chats because you refuse to learn texting, or the stress of struggling with tasks that a simple app could simplify. Embracing change isn't about losing who you are, it's about gaining the tools to live fully in today's world. Why it happens? Change is uncomfortable, especially when it feels like the world is speeding past. Many seniors resist technology, believing it's for younger generations, or stick to old habits because that's how it's always been. But this mindset has consequences. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that older adults who resisted learning new skills reported higher stress and lower life satisfaction. Technology, for instance, isn't just a convenience. It's becoming essential for banking, healthcare, and staying connected. Refusing to adapt can also strain relationships as younger generations communicate differently or hold new values. Clinging to outdated health practices, like ignoring modern nutrition advice, can harm well-being too. A 2020 National Institute on Aging report noted that seniors who adopted updated health guidelines had better outcomes than those who didn't. A story of transformation. Albert, a 78-year-old retired teacher, prided himself on his trusty flip phone. He scoffed at smartphones, insisting they were unnecessary. But as his bank moved services online and his grandchildren communicated via group chats, he felt left out. Missing a family video call for his granddaughter's birthday broke his heart. He realized he was drifting from the people he loved. With his daughter's help, Albert learned to use a smartphone. It was slow going, but soon he was texting, video calling, and even ordering groceries online. What started as a chore became a source of pride. He felt connected, capable, and part of the modern world. Albert's story shows that change, though daunting, can open doors to joy and independence. How to avoid this mistake? Embracing change starts with an open mind. If technology feels overwhelming, take small steps, learn to send a text or set up a video call. Community centers often offer free tech classes for seniors, and a 2023 study in the Journal of Applied Gerontology found that such programs boost confidence and reduce isolation. Beyond technology, stay curious about new health practices, like updated dietary guidelines or home safety measures. Adapting to family dynamics, listening to younger generations without judgment, can also strengthen bonds. Change isn't about erasing your past, it's about equipping yourself for the present. Each new skill or perspective you embrace is a victory, one that keeps you engaged, independent, and alive with possibility. Mistake 4. Mismanaging finances. The stress of uncertainty. Money can't buy happiness, but financial mismanagement can steal peace of mind. For many seniors, the golden years should be a time of comfort, free from the stress of work. Yet, poor financial choices, overspending, underestimating costs, or falling for scams can turn this dream into a nightmare. The emotional weight of financial strain is heavy. The fear of outliving your savings, the shame of relying on others, or the regret of missed opportunities to plan wisely. Why it happens? Retirement often brings a false sense of security. Many assume their savings will last, only to be blindsided by rising healthcare costs, inflation, or unexpected emergencies. A 2023 study by the Employee Benefit Research Institute found that 40% of retirees underestimated healthcare expenses, which can consume a significant portion of savings. Long-term care is another blind spot. 70% of seniors will need it, costing thousands annually, according to a 2021 AARP report. Scams also pose a growing threat. The FBI's 2022 Elder Fraud Report noted that seniors lost $1.7 billion to fraud, often due to trusting unsolicited offers or manipulative advisors. A story of hard lessons. Richard, a 72-year-old retiree, thought he had it all figured out. He'd saved diligently and wanted to enjoy retirement, taking trips, spoiling his grandkids, dining out. But by his late 70s, medical bills piled up and inflation eroded his savings. Faced with dwindling funds, he had to ask his children for help, a blow to his pride. "I thought I'd planned enough," he admitted, tears in his eyes. Richard's wake-up call led him to meet with a financial advisor, cut unnecessary expenses, and create a realistic budget. While he regained some stability, he wished he'd acted sooner. His story is a poignant reminder that financial security requires ongoing vigilance. How to avoid this mistake? Financial wisdom starts with planning. Create a budget that accounts for healthcare, inflation, and emergencies. Regularly review your expenses. Small cuts, like dining out less, can add up. Protect yourself from scams by avoiding unsolicited offers and consulting trusted advisors. A 2022 study in the Journal of Retirement found that seniors with clear financial plans reported less stress and greater life satisfaction. Consider long-term care insurance or setting aside a dedicated fund. It's not about being wealthy, it's about ensuring your money lasts. Each smart choice you make now is a gift to your future self, offering peace of mind and the freedom to enjoy life. Mistake 5. Ignoring mental growth and purpose, the loss of meaning. Perhaps the most heartbreaking mistake is giving up on growth and purpose. After decades of work, raising families, or chasing goals, retirement can feel like the end of contribution. Many seniors stop learning, stop dreaming, and let their days blur into routine. But without purpose, life loses its spark. The emotional toll is deep, the quiet ache of feeling irrelevant, the boredom of empty days, the fear that your best years are gone. Yet, science and stories prove that purpose and growth are ageless. Why it happens? Retirement often strips away structure, leaving a void where purpose once lived. Many seniors believe learning or goal setting is for the young, or they fear failure. But the brain remains capable of growth at any age. A 2019 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that mentally stimulating activities like reading, puzzles, or new hobbies reduced cognitive decline risk by 30%. Purpose is equally vital. A 2020 study in the Lancet Healthy Longevity linked a sense of purpose to better physical health, lower depression, and longer life. Without it, boredom and despair can take hold. A story of rediscovery. Linda, a 70-year-old former nurse, felt lost after retirement. Her days revolved around TV, and she missed the sense of being needed. She started forgetting names, losing interest in conversations, and feeling like a shadow of herself. One day, she joined an art class at a community center, something she'd never tried. The act of creating, blending colors, shaping ideas reawakened her curiosity. She made friends, felt her mind sharpen, and found joy in sharing her paintings with her family. "I didn't know I had this in me," she said, beaming. Linda's story is a testament to the power of purpose. It's never too late to find what lights you up. How to avoid this mistake? Purpose doesn't require a grand mission. Start small. Read a new book, try a hobby, or volunteer. A 2023 study in psychology and aging found that seniors who engaged in creative activities reported higher well-being. Mentoring others, sharing your wisdom with younger generations, can also reignite meaning. Don't let fear of failure stop you. Every new skill, from painting to playing an instrument, is a victory. Your brain and heart are still alive with potential. Feed them with curiosity and challenge, and watch your days transform into a tapestry of meaning. Final thoughts: a life worth living. As you reflect on these 5 mistakes, think about your own life or those of loved ones. Aging isn't just about growing older, it's about choosing how you'll live. Each small decision to move your body, nurture connections, embrace change, manage money wisely, or chase purpose shapes whether your later years are filled with joy or shadowed by regret. The beauty is that it's never too late. Every step you take today is a brushstroke on the canvas of your future, painting a life of independence, connection, and meaning. Your golden years are yours to shape. Make them shine.